So I just tried recording this on my laptop, and of course sometimes with iMovie, when you record something, it says that it's recording, but it's not. So, it's irritating as heck. Anyways, so in this video I'm going to basically be talking about, magical objects. So let's go over some terminology first, right? So, talismans are meant to attract something, amulets are meant to repel something, and fetishes are meant to basically be a magical battery where you want to be something. You want to embody something. So, for the purposes of this video, when we're talking magical objects, the terminology is great, but they all are effectively the same. They can be a ring, they can be a pendant, they can be a rock, they could be anything that you fit in your pocket. The point is that you are charging an object with a particular intention, regardless of what it is, and then it allows you to more effectively attract, repel, or be something. So, effectively, when you are working when you want to do a working like this, you want to decide on what you are going to use for your amulet, pendant, fetish, what have you. And I would like to say that it should be something that you haven't previously charged with some other intention, because it's basically like painting over something that's already painted, and then the paint is going to bleed through because it's already got some other kind of energy in it, and then your intentions and stuff get mixed. Now, arguably someone would tell me, but I can just cleanse the thing and redo it. Sure, I get that. I rely heavily on psychology stuff, so even though you have, the magical energy aspect of it, your subconscious will always, at some level, associate this thing with whatever the meaning was that it had before. So I would like to say pick something brand new for whatever working it is that you're doing. When it comes to charging an object like this, what we're going to want to think about is, how is it you want to feel? What is your future going to look like if this thing works in the way that it's supposed to work? So once you attract that thing, what's it going to feel like? What's it going to smell like? What's it going to be like? What's your life going to be like? You want to picture all that kind of stuff. Play a home movie in your head of exactly the way everything is going to feel and be and all that. If you effectively repel whatever it is, what's it going to be like? What's it going to feel like? What's it going to smell like? Play that whole home movie. Think about that kind of stuff. If you're doing a fetish, if you are going to be something, what's it going to feel like? What's it going to sense like, smell like, all that stuff. You want that whole home movie thing going on, right? This is basically you painting a picture of your future. It's like making a storyboard before you actually start filming the movie. And for those of you that have difficulty with visualization and stuff, then, you can always write yourself a little script that you can repeat to yourself over and over linguistically when you are in ritual with setting your intention and whatnot. Also, I'm trying to basically reconstruct the video that I already made that didn't get recorded, so I'm probably going to be bouncing around a little bit. So, other big things, statement of intent. Why do you want this? Why do you want to attract the thing? Why do you want to repel the thing? Why do you want to be the thing? So, when we're talking about that, we're talking short, sweet, to the point, no adjectives, no fluff, right? So, whatever that is, once you figure that out, good. We can step into ritual. So, you do your whole casting a circle and you're invoking your deities and whatnot. And then we're talking about your statement of intent. You declare that, and then you have your object in the middle of your ritual space. You are raising your energy with, singing, dancing, what have you. And then you sit down and you focus on the object. Think of it as a sigil. When you are gazing at a sigil, you are then programming your intent into that sigil. You're communicating with whatever deity the sigil stands for, or if it's something of your own making, then you are programming that sigil with what it is that you want. Either way, with the magical object that you are using, you stare at it while having that visualization, or in the event that you've visualization difficulties, you're telling yourself that story. So you're getting this feedback loop of, I am seeing this thing, I am thinking about this. I am seeing this thing, I am thinking about this. So your energy goes back and forth between you and the object, and therefore you are charging it. It might be helpful to hold it in your hands while you do this and gaze at it, or putting your hands over it with your thumb and pointer fingers making a triangle, something like that. So basically it is the focal point of your actions at that time. And after you've built up the energy and you are pushing yourself with the visualization and what everything's going to be like, once this magical object does the working that it's supposed to be doing and working for you, then you're going to have that moment of activation, which might feel like, you might get an inkling of, oh, hey, it's charged. You might see something visually happen, like it gets a little fuzzy or it changes color slightly. There's an activation thing that happens when you are charging an object in the same way that you are charging a sigil, and it is different for everybody. For me, I might see a little color change on the object, which either that or my vision goes fuzzy for a little bit. And another word on that, when you're staring on something, have your eyes relaxed. Don't be like so hyper focused that you feel like your eyes are gonna dry out and you're gonna need some Visine or something like that, right? So once you charge it, then effectively you're good to go, arguably for what I would like to say is a week. If you have something that you are charging for a particular purpose to push away or to attract something, this is something that you're going to want to be using and carrying with you all the time. And therefore, because it's like an everyday thing, you're going to want to charge that thing on a weekly basis. So set up a time that you can set aside to repeat the ritual of charging that object at least once a week. And this way, you're going to keep that energy up, you're going to keep that focus up, and psychologically speaking, your subconscious is going to be programmed towards either pushing away, attracting, or being, and magically speaking, that object is going to act as the attractor, the repeller, or the embodiment of whatever it is you are programming. So yeah, maybe this recording of it is going to work a lot better, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments about charging such objects, and maybe what your experiences with such a thing have been. Good hunting. Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.